The 2025 Spring Parade of Homes kicked off today. Realtors and builders came together to showcase 61 newly built homes across the metro. The president of the Metro Omaha Builders Association says the disparity between the cost, it comes down to the different style of homes and catering to what buyers are looking for. When it comes to affordability, Omaha's task force has taken steps to aid in building accessory dwelling units on existing property, as well as adjusting for the cost of labor.
Prices went up so dramatically, so quickly after COVID that we're really, they go up and then they kind of settle, and we're in that settle phase right now.
The Spring Parade this year has houses ranging from $300,000 to $2 million.